Okay, so I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. This is Kazak and Ashar from the GMS Jamaica camp. And
Shalom.
today we have an article where we are going to go through. You're not going to see the article on the 2 hour video at the same time because one hour we are going to read the precepts and one hour we are going to read the article. So
I can drop it on the article same.
alright. And we're not going to read the whole article. We just go through the first couple paragraphs and then we post it in the video description for Akim want to go further down in the article. See, if interest of time, I mean, we don't want to make this video too long. We just want it to be as short as possible yet edifying. So without further ado, the article is from the Washington Post.com and it's titled From Riches to Rags by Anthony Fayola. 27th of July 2018. Okay, it says free spending Venezuelans once crammed store aisles in foreign countries, famously uttering dame dos, which means I'll take two. But the citizens of what was once South America's richest nation per capita are now confronting a devastating reversal of fortune, emerging as the region's new underclass. As their oil-rich country buckles under the weight of a failed socialist experiment, an estimated 5,000 people a day are departing the country in Latin America's largest migrant outflow in decades. Venezuelan professionals are abandoning hospitals and universities to scrounge livings as street vendors in Peru and janitors in Ecuador. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, a petroleum-producing Caribbean nation off Venezuela's northern coast. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, a petroleum-producing Caribbean nation off Venezuela's northern coast. Venezuelan lawyers are working as day laborers and sex workers. A former well-to-do bureaucrat who once spent a summer eating traditional shark sandwiches, which eating shark against the laws of the Heavenly Father. You know what I mean? And for those who know, you know what I mean, Venezuela are one of the tribes of Israel. See, shark sandwiches and drinking whiskey in Trinidad's Maracas Bay is now working as a maid. Right? And we're going at this to bring out the point that, look, even though this only happened to Venezuela at the moment, you know what I mean, it's yet to happen to other Caribbean countries, you know what I mean, because here in the West Indies, you know what I mean, majority of Caribbean nations, or majority of the nations in the tropics, right, are Israelites. Seen? And the last time I checked, seeing the curses supposed to fulfill upon all Israel, right, Ak? You know what I mean? And think it not strange when these things start happening to Jamaica, because a lot of persecution take place upon other nations in the Caribbean, right? Cuba, Haiti especially, you know what I mean? And even though you have certain squabbles take place here in Jamaica, like the Tivoli Garden incursion in 2010. You have July the 11th, July, so yeah, July the 11th, and I mean known to the people of Tivoli Garden same way. See, that was when Adams went down there. Seen you have election in a 98, no, not 98, 82 or something like that. You know what I mean? That time when um a whole lot of massacre there take place. You know what I mean? You have a elderly man where come by the workplace more and him, you know, him can give you stories of what take place back then. See?
Right? And one more reason we know this are gonna happen because Jamaica passed the IMF test them out, right? People might think it's a good thing, but that's just putting us in deep slavery.
Yeah, yeah, same thing me that made span act. You see me? Jamaica, d- while the world in a one state of where you can say turmoil, you know what I mean, and the Caribbean. So some of the Caribbean nations them in a certain trouble. You know what I mean? You have Haiti recently come up some oil thing. Me no quite remember 100%. I'll have to look back on that. You know what I mean? But here out here in Jamaica, even though we have some, what you call it, some debt, a whole lot of debt, we in a lot of debt. You know what I mean? And with dollar slide rapidly. You see me? But guess what? It's like we're well taken care of by the so-called Chinese. You know what I mean? And that gets spoken of in the scriptures. You know what I mean? The dogs will lick the sore, will lick Lazarus sores.
And
You see me? Them Chinese they now build roads and bridges and highways, you know what I mean, just because them love Jamaica or them love the islands. No. You know what I mean? Them a develop for them own infrastructure. You know what I mean? Because really and truly Jamaicans don't even own Jamaica, yo. See, Jamaica is owned by all of them all of the powerhouses of the world. You know what I mean? Britain, America, China. See, everybody want to take part and have a hand in a Jamaican so-called development. See, which is not really no development for benefit the people.
right, so I'm not gonna really stray from the main point, which is Venezuela getting poorer and poorer. Right, so this is Isaiah 24 verse 6. Therefore at the curse devour the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are buried, and few men left. The new wine mourneth, the vine languish, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
At the beginning of the article, it tell us, yo, Venezuela was a rich nation. You know what I mean? When them are shot in certain countries, them say, yo, two. You know what I mean? I'll take two. You see me?
Right, to say, the mirth of tabrets cease, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of harps cease. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drinketh it.
Con, them not go drink wine in happiness. You know what I mean? Because you know when certain man when them well off, you know what I mean, them call them bridging and say, oh, hey, make we have a drink and them, you know, merry hearted and thing. The scripture also say, oh, wine um was made to make man heart merry. Just paraphrasing, you know what I mean? But in this case, them not go drink it for merriness, yo.
Verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Right, so continue our yo, I'm gonna get the next precept.
Go down to the last side.
Last side.
Yeah, left 12.
Verse
Alright,
11.
no, you can't just skip that. Go to the next
Okay.
precept.
Next
You
precept.
can get Ezekiel. Right. Yeah, because right. even out here in Jamaica, the same thing are gonna take place because the people marry as hell. You know what I mean? In our local parish of Portland, you know what I mean, the town of Port Antonio, seen every week, right, that goes by is the next party. You know what I mean? If you're going at the center of the town, just look up. You know what I mean? Just look at a 45-degree angle up, right? About approximately. You know what I mean? And you're bound to see at least 10 posters while you're walking, right? And nowadays nobody no really do them little small posters anymore for them parties. Everybody I do bigger posters. You know what I mean? It mean more people are gonna see it. So more people are gonna come enjoy themselves. You know what I mean?
Right? So Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Con. See, hey, the grinding is few over there in Venezuela. See, you have doctors and nurses that leave hospitals here to become sex workers. You know what I mean? Maids. See, leaving to go other countries. Um, see, becoming street vendors, right? The upper class, right? The richest nation in the Caribbean, as well the article say above. And I mean, become the new underclass, yo. See, look at that. It remind me the scripture Lamentation where tell us how the Lord bring the beauty of Zion to the ground. Based paraphrasing. See? See, just pass it over like that. Try. See if I can get it. Right, this is Lamentations. Yeah, Lamentation 2 and verse 1. It says, "How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger." Right, Venezuela was well off, yo. Right? And also a part of the nation of Israel. See, but guess what? We didn't, just like that, the Most High bring them down to the ground.
Right to say. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and so like you can done right there, sir. Right, because even the daughters of music have come down low. Right, these Beyonce,
Maybe
these
this last song.
these Jay-Z, all of them, yo.
Read that. That's the last one.
So next verse, yeah.
Read this one. Read this.
Okay. This is I read from the Bible. So this is Isaiah 32 verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come.
Can seeing the vintage shall fail. All the money where them a get, right? It now go come. Seeing, hey, and it speak of women. It speaking of literal women, but what it also can speak to the nations though. Seeing which basically we are speak unto the nation of Israel. Seeing as it read in a lamentation before, it liken the daughters, it liken Israel or Zion unto daughters which are women. You know what I mean? So it say You careless women that are at ease. See, these countries where people dwell, right? Them feel like them at ease. See, even though the curses that take place, you know what I mean? And as we mentioned before with the example of our little town, you know what I mean? The people party every day, yo. Right? And this is just one little, one of the smaller parish them. Imagine over Kingston where you have more places to go. You know what I mean? There is more party. Right? Our people our people just are mirth, yo. And no one at the time for mirth. See, in the scripture tell us, yo, look, the days are evil. See? And now it is high time to awake out of sleep. See?
Verse 11. It's a tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled. Ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your lines.
Right. So people supposed to in a mourning state. We supposed to afflict ourselves, yo. See? We supposed to mourn for the things that we are about to take place in the earth. Right? We people are supposed to prepare their mind for the time of Jacob's trouble. See? But guess what? That not gonna ever happen, yo. Right? Because the prophecies must be fulfilled. See?
Well, the morning part I got happen, yo, because them are go run to the Lord far too late, and then the Heavenly Father are go turn him back to them, and at his face. Right, should it then right. Ezekiel 21, verse 8. Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished.
You see it in the news every day. Russia and America, right, going at it. Donald Trump, even the other day you have Donald Trump roughing up the NATO members, right, and them are prim. You see me? Certain NATO countries are prim, yo, right, which are prophecy that are fulfilled. These shall eat the war and burn our flesh. Seen? Countries are the nuclear drills, right? The very fact that China out here build up infrastructure that are the sword that get sharpened, yo.
Right,
See?
because we believe that the highway, north to south highway, is a quicker transport for the Chinese, right? For transport them
weaponry and them thing they, yo.
Can.
Right? Even here say them plan for make overhead roads and them thing they, yo. Seen? Why them a go spend so much money in our little country because them love we? Come on, man.
Jamaica is a good logistic hub.
Hey, you have people in China where suffer just like we, yo. Right? Things like these needed in China just the same. So why them a go live for them country and come build up our country just like that? You know what I mean? Using the head, yo.
It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempted the rod of my son as every tree.
And when this war start, yo, them not go business boat with them not yet feel so them a go make bomb shelters or emergency evacuation preparedness for we? No, them not business boat we. Them want to win the war for themselves. You see me? So they not go give a damn who for blood want spill for them get that, yo.
That gonna be like in a World War One, when the Queen recruited.
Yeah, recruitment. Some men get recruited from even from here in our little town of Port Antonio. right? And them never ever make it on the battlefield. They not get for fire a shot.
Right, them not even provide good
Warmth.
yeah.
You see me? Them carry them over there in the Arctic, in the snow, and them some of them dead. Hypothermia kill them. You know what I mean? Or pneumonia, right? Or them freeze to death.
Can.
You see me? And what come out tight? Little they
Them
might get
name
little
right on store.
reparation, and them name go they on one statue in the middle of the town, and right now that vandalized. That no mean nothing now. Cause half I name them chip off of that.
Can.
Nobody no give a damn about that. You see me? So all your loved ones or your so-called loved ones, them risk them life for nothing. Dead for nothing. You see me? So them people not care about, them people don't give a damn about who want dead in the war or who want get caught in the crosshairs. You know what I mean? Anything else? Right, so with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Again, we want to give our praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to those pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. Peace and blessing to the elect. And I mean, and as we said before, we're gonna put the rest of the article in the description. So if other brothers want to go in it and even do a next lesson upon it, see. Yeah. So until next time, Shalom.